We get a lot of questions about the E-QIP. It's normal, especially if you haven't been through a background investigation before. In about 4 minutes, we'll tell you what the E-QIP is, give you some tips for completing it, and tell you what you can expect after you hit submit. E-QIP is the federal government's digital portal used to gather information to conduct background investigations. It'll ask you to provide information about where you've lived, your education, and where you've worked, and contact information for anyone who can verify the information you provide. It also asks about things like foreign contacts, criminal history, and past drug use. The point is to verify whether you're a good fit for CBP. Taking a role here puts you in a position of trust and responsibility, and we need to make sure you're the kind of person who can handle that. We do a whole person analysis. That means we look at all aspects of who you are today and what your current and past behavior can tell us about whether you can be trusted with the kind of responsibility that positions at CBP require. If you've had a few traffic violations or misused a controlled substance once or twice several years ago, that'll be weighed against your behavior and conduct today. If you have a history of drug use or violating the law, that's a different story. There are a few rules that will eliminate you from consideration. But beyond that, every person is different, and we evaluate everyone on their own merits. So here are 3 tips that everyone can use to complete the E-QIP successfully. First, be honest. Integrity is a core value here at CBP. If you don't answer the E-QIP honestly, that doesn't reflect well on your integrity. It's essential to be honest and upfront about everything. If there's something in your past that you feel could raise questions about your conduct and behavior, please use the detailed comment sections to give us the background and full context. As we said, we do a whole person analysis, and we can only do that with your help. If something that you disclose does make you ineligible for employment, you may be able to reapply later. But if you conceal or omit something, our investigators will find it, and that could seriously jeopardize the possibility of you working for CBP. Next, be thorough. The E-QIP asks for a lot of information. In fact, you may want to start gathering the required information before you apply. Read all the E-QIP's instructions thoroughly and make sure you understand what you're being asked to provide. If you don't provide all the information the E-QIP asks for, we'll have to contact you and re-request the information you omitted. That means entering things like unknown or skipping residences or jobs within the 10-year period will lengthen the time it takes to process your application. If you really get stuck, use the detailed comments section to explain why you're missing information, or contact your case manager for help. Providing all the required information the first time really helps your application move as quickly as possible, and it reflects well on you as a candidate. Last but not least, don't be intimidated. We know that no one is perfect. The purpose of the E-QIP and the background investigation is not to make sure we only hire perfect people. Just answer honestly, be thorough, and remember that the goal of this process is to demonstrate whether you'd be suitable for federal employment based on your past behavior and the sum total of who you are today. After you submit your E-QIP, our team will review it for completeness. If everything looks good, we'll forward your E-QIP to the Office of Professional Responsibility, the office that will conduct your background investigation. The E-QIP is a particularly important step in your hiring process, so it's a good idea to gather the information you'll need to complete it as soon as possible and to be very thorough when completing it. And remember, CBP is here to help. Use this video and the materials on our website as a guide to gather the necessary information and fill out your E-QIP. But if you get stuck or have a particularly difficult question, you can contact your case manager for help. To learn more about the E-QIP and our background investigation process, check out the resources on our website at cbp.gov/e-QIP and cbp.gov/BI. If you're interested in applying, join our talent network to learn more, or head to cbp.gov/careers/apply-now to start your application.